today we are going to talk about why the Robinhood listing for Sui did not cause a breakout in the price for Sui. So that's what we got to talk about today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's hop straight into it. So currently, we are seeing that the price of Sui is at $3.62 right now. Really good trading volume, 1 billion in trading volume compared to the market cap at 12.9 billion. Very good ratio. 2.1% up in the last 24 hours, 9.8% up in the last 7 days, down 1.4% in the last 30 days, and 308% up in the last year. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering, why did Sui not pump when we got listed to Robinhood? Like, we got listed to Robinhood around this area and we just did not pump, right? We had a pretty nasty pullback and then we kind of recovered, and now we're in this triangle pattern here. So this, I believe this is called a ascending triangle, right? So we are inside of this ascending triangle pattern, right? Now, we have to know where we're going to go after this. We're going to do a technical analysis, but I want to go over a few other things here first with Sui. I still think Sui is actually bullish for this bull market, so I think it's still in a pretty good space. But anyways, without further ado, let's talk about it. So Sui based yield protocol Nemo exploited for 2.4 million USDC. So this is just a big piece of news here. This is going to happen inside of all crypto projects. You're always going to end up seeing exploits. But hey, Sui got exploited for 2.4 million. Well, Sui based yield protocol, which means that that's pretty bad. They definitely have to work on fixing that. But Sui, regardless of anything, Sui is still doing fairly well, right? So it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Now, moving on from that, I just kind of wanted to show that, it's just kind of some news for Sui. But anyways, this is pretty big. NASDAQ firm dumps 1 million Sui. So first we see one bearish thing for Sui, right? I show you one bearish thing for Sui, and that is Sui getting exploited for $2.4 million. Now I show you the second bearish thing here, but I am still bullish here, and I'll explain why afterwards, right? But we got to go over the bad stuff first. So NASDAQ firm, and this is kind of why Sui hasn't been pumping. Just a lot of things have been pushing Sui down. So NASDAQ firm dumps 1 million Sui and 6.6K SOL for hype. And if you guys don't know what hype is the hyper liquid coin hype. It's fairly new. It's been doing extremely well, ranked number 15 here on CoinGecko, 15 billion in market cap, 55 billion inside of fully diluted value, 714 million in trading volume. Higher market cap than Sui, but lower trading volume than Sui. So there goes that. But yeah, this NASDAQ firm, Lionsgate, I believe that's what it's called. They are going to now get rid, or Lion Group, not Lionsgate. Lionsgate is the film company. Lion Group, yeah. But yeah, they're now getting rid of their Sui and their Solana, and they're buying Hyperliquid. So that is pretty big. Now, that's just another bad thing for Sui. But the good thing is we are still inside of this ascending triangle. Now, for ascending triangles, like this is a pretty good ascending triangle here, but there is a possibility that things can, look not too good. Like, right, if Bitcoin dumps, then things aren't going to look too good. In the 16th and the 17th of September, that is when we're going to have our Fed interest rate meeting, and they're going to do their rate cuts, possibly do rate cuts. So that's going to be pretty good for the crypto market. But if the crypto market has already priced in that stuff, then we could have a huge major pullback. But one of the reasons why Sui did not pump when it was listed to Robinhood was the time that they got listed to Robinhood. They got listed to Robinhood right as Bitcoin was pulling back and everything else was pulling back, right? Everything had already topped out, and then they get listed to Robinhood as we're having pullbacks. That's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, why is Sui crashing despite the Robinhood listing? So this is an article by InvestX, right? Let's go over it. So discover why Sui's price crashes despite Robinhood listing. Despite its listing on Robinhood, the leading crypto, Sui has dropped 4%, blah, 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 blah. Sui drops despite Robinhood listing. What's happening? The Sui token has experienced a series of declines in recent days, reaching its lowest level since August 7th and falling 21% below its yearly high. This drop comes even as SUI was just listed to Robinhood at a typical event that is positive for crypto. So, anyways, this was put on Robinhood on the 19th of August. So I want you guys to just have a point of view here, right? I just kind of want you guys to see the 19th of August was right around this time, right? And let's go to the daily chart. You'll probably be able to see it a lot better. So here on the daily chart, this is around the 19th of August. It got listed and then immediately just started to dump, kind of did better, and then tried to come back, right? But you guys also have to know what Bitcoin was doing around the 19th of August, right? Everything around the 19th of August was not doing too well, and the whole overall crypto market was pulling back. So we seen Bitcoin come all the way up here from some high, very high levels, right? Let's go ahead and click the price. Let's do that. So yeah, we seen Bitcoin come all the way from up here and down on the 19th, right? So if we seen everything else drop inside the market on the 19th, and then SUI gets listed to Robinhood and the SUI drops, we can't really blame SUI for that. Like the overall market kind of pulled SUI down. But anyways, first, SUI's price drop is part of a broader cryptocurrency market depression, which I mentioned. Bitcoin has plunged to 113K, dragging down the total crypto market capitalization below 4 trillion. But we actually just passed 4 trillion for that. So that's pretty bullish. So that's pretty good. But yeah. So second, third-party data shows warning demand for SUI. The 24-hour trading volume has fallen by 10%, and investors are withdrawing their tokens from staking pools. And mind you, this article was made on August 20th. So this article was made after SUI was launched on Robinhood. So it was doing pretty bad. It had some bad data. You know, it had bad technicals. It just nothing lined up for that period of time, right? But the thing here with SUI now is that now that it has been listed on Robinhood, next time it has a pump, it's probably going to do extremely well because now it has the full force backing of Robinhood. Now, retail investors can easily get into SUI. So, what do you think that's going to do on the next pump? On the next pump, that is going to be extremely good for SUI. It's going to be extremely bullish. So, what could we see on this next pump? If we look over here at the MACD on the daily chart, super bullish. We have some green candlesticks here. Pretty bullish on the MACD for the daily chart. The percent R trend exhaustion on the daily chart is pretty good. The blue line being the long-term line, the white line being the short-term line. Watch how the long-term line is now curving upwards here for the percent R trend exhaustion, as well as the short-term trend is also curving upwards. And as you can see, we were a little bit over-exhausted on the downside here. So now we're seeing that upside. Now we're seeing the buying coming in. Switching over here to the 4-hour chart, we are almost a little bit overexhausted here. The long-term trend has almost overexhausted itself. Same thing with the short-term trend. There's a possibility that we can have a breakout here with SUI, but my worries is that we have a crash after the breakout, and you can kind of see how SUI is moving right now. That it doesn't look too good because it's a little bit too overexhausted at this point. Like this would look very good if SUI was all the way up here at this resistance, because then that gives us the strength to blow a little bit past the resistance. But at this point, this only gives us the strength to get a little bit halfway to the resistance before the next pullback, or possibly to there before the next pullback. But it still does look bullish. A lot of buying going on here on the MACD. Most of it is buying. So it's a little bit of buying, not a lot. It's a little bit, but it's still more buying than selling. We don't see much selling inside of the MACD there. So I think SUI long term is going to be bullish, but you know, it just had it got listed on the Robinhood at a bad time, right? Now on the hourly chart, we're hitting a major area for resistance. I would like to call this our minor resistance area, a minor support area. We actually hit this area multiple times as support and resistance. That's why it's acting as one right now, because you can see how it hit it there. And now we're at the same level we're trying to break past. And as we're here, we're on the percent R trend exhaustion as well, showing that the uptrend is a little over exhausted, but it's not completely there. Once this white line kind of gets a little bit higher and we start to see the blue line pulling down, then the long-term trend is going to start trending downwards. And this is on the hourly chart. So we could be seeing a pullback in the short term for SUI, as well as the whole overall market. with Bitcoin as well. But then we should be having a nice rally back upwards inside of SUI. I still think that we're pretty bullish here, right? So, anyways, we had the resistance here, support here, a little bit of support here before it was broken, resistance here, support here, resistance here, resistance here, support here. This is a very critical level on SUI, okay? And I'm pretty sure there's more areas where we hit it back there, right? So this is a very important level on SUI, and that's why you're seeing such massive resistance here. But I don't think we're going to see that for the whole time. I think coming into August, everything is going to turn green. September is usually red for the markets, whether it's crypto or stocks. So it is what it is. And getting listed onto Robinhood at the end of August while everything is dropping is obviously going to cause, some turmoil. It's going to go down for right now. But when everything goes back up, we are going to have this full force of, the next rally for SUI, because now you got all of the Robinhood retail investors to put in. So yeah, this is all I got for you all today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. As always, I'll be back with another video.